Alright guys, being learned back more, AC2. Continuing on. We just start sequence 2.
He's like, yeah, so that last one, it said true, but I was false. Or like night where he's like, yeah, I was holding it and the ball was about to come off. Yeah, that was nice, huh? Like, I really like when Memphis replays these moments because he's like, you can tell he's reliving his own, like, his old football glory days when he teamed in 11th grade. Yeah, like, I like that a lot.
In 1943.
In 1943.
Anything else about tonight's episode?
I think getting into the caginess, it reminds me a lot of like Survivor last season, Winners of War, where like they had tribal council and Jeff is like, come on, give me something. Everybody's just kind of staring at him. Like, I think that's what it's like watching the feeds. You like watch these people kind of try to inch into each other's alliances and they never give anything concrete. And then it's all the people you don't like will find their way into the room together and go, yeah, we're still doing it. Like, I dig it. How did y'all get past it? Like, motherfucker.
I will say that it makes me at least excited for the
fuck
episode
off, game.
to get diary room.
Oh, fuck off.
And I mean, we don't always hear from who we want to hear from. There's definitely still some people that we didn't hear from in tonight's episode that I'm like, okay, give me some more. Because everyone is, paying lip service to everyone, and so these diary rooms to get like an insight on what people are actually feeling is very, very crucial, at least in the season. So that's helpful. At least it makes it makes the televised episode a little bit more exciting because we're hoping to get a little bit more insight from people.
I think we have the wrong
Let's talk
building.
about what's going on here on
No, this
Robin's
isn't.
podcast and the wrap-ups and more. Of course, we were back at it with News AF back on Tuesday.
It is a
Danny,
pleasure to
Tyson,
make your
myself
acquaintance,
talked
Mr.
about
Ezio.
that,
Annetta speaks quite highly of
47%
you.
of
I can
millennials
see why.
and Gen Z
Appreciate
that
the
were
kind
polled,
words, Madonna.
Ti prego.
they would
Call
not
me
date
Paola.
somebody who did not recite.
Thank you for
That would
offering
be
your
a
home to
deal
my family,
breaker.
Paola.
It was the
for that
least
and
I
much
could
more
do.
on the latest
You must be
News
tired.
AF,
Perhaps you
No,
Ben,
grazie. I can't stay.
Why?
what else is
Where
going
are you
on?
going?
Pants podcast. Let's see what Bryce
To
has
kill
going
Umberto
on.
Alberti.
Find
I
out
understand your
what's going on.
desire for
Bryce is talking
vengeance,
about Big
but the
Brother
Gonfaloniere
this
is a
week,
powerful man.
and much
You
more
are not a
over on the
killer,
Purple
Ezio.
Pants
Spare me the
podcast.
lecture.
But I can make
Talk
you
with
one.
Steve
Why are
Keith
you
Famey
going to teach me
is
how to
back
kill?
from
I'm
Survivor,
not.
the Australian
I'm
Outback.
going to
Steve
teach you
tracked
how
him
to
down.
survive.
Talked about what he's
Come.
been up to. He's a documentary filmmaker, has some really inspiring stories about some of the things
Discretion is
has,
paramount in my
been
profession. We must
documenting,
walk
and
the
also
streets
got to talk
freely,
about some
seen
Australian
but
Outback
unseen.
with
You
Keith
too must
Famey
learn to blend
over
like
on
us
Talking with T
and
Bird
become
and stuff.
one with the city's
And
crowds.
Shannon Gus joined me to
My
talk
girls will
about
show you how.
the iconic episode from Survivor, Token Cheese, the
Martyr
martyr
approach,
Coach. Goes
You
to
can
Exile
practice
Island.
with
A
me
lot of fun
anytime.
last night talking that through with Shannon, so check that out up on our Survivor podcast feed. And then as well, we're going to have the B&B is doing double duty right now. Check out what Mike and Liana had to say about this episode of Survivor. And of course, David Bloomberg and Jessica not only have why Coach lost, which I'm sure is going to be a fun ride, but also going to have some Big Brother podcasts, which we'll get to as well. Okay? All right. Oh, last night we had another great panel. My
Look how
great
Fast
friend,
Walk was in this
Cynthia
game.
Hart, she put together a panel. Black is Queen. Very
Fuck.
fun panel. Talking about different women who have been played on reality TV. Talking about what it's like to be a black woman and play on reality TV. You should check that out on our YouTube channel from Tuesday night. And the slop
Fuck
from this
off.
week, our weekly show recapping all of the nonsense going on in the Big Brother world. We talked to Rachel Schwimmer.
It's really dumb because it's all because I accidentally fucking.
Leah and I had a lot of fun on Monday. Definitely check out that show.
Yeah.
Join us live
Did I accidentally
this,
fucking
upcoming
pickpocket
Monday
it?
at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m.
Okay.
Pacific. LFC Roundtable.
Thank God this
Another
isn't
good one
speedrun.
was,
Yeah.
I'm so fucking pissed
I
off
was
right
very
now.
vocal and
You guys are on
very
fire.
confident. I was on fire.
Yes. Okay.
Take a shot every time I listen to
Discretion is paramount in my
Good.
profession. We must walk the streets freely,
It's a lot.
seen
Spoiler.
Listen,
but
I learned on the
unseen.
roundtable is that
You
you're the
too
voice
must
of
learn
the
to
people.
blend like us and become one with the city's crowds.
No.
My
I
girls
think-
will show you
I
how.
think Brent likes to say that he's the voice of the
No.
people, but
Yeah,
Melissa.
Why did you just get it?
Yeah.
Right.
Like what you see?
He's actually has her finger on the pulse of what the Okay.
And I'm
All
so
right.
modest.
Yes. All right. And yeah, and Taryn's like a step ahead of where the fans are, and then Brent is like in his own world of where he wants the fans to be. Wants is right there in the middle.
Right there.
Okay. Then Thursday morning, get ready for. We're gonna find out. Get a little closer to this big eviction on Thursday. Check out Taryn live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Then we'll be live on Thursday. Looks like Scott is calling a David booth. David
boy.
gets the thumbnail for tomorrow night. Okay. Maybe Scott is Nicole Anthony stan and hoping that she stays. Of course, we've got so much going on. All supported by the patrons. Rob's Podcast. Check out what's going on our patron podcast feed, our patron community on Facebook, Discord, and much
That's
more
kind of on the
over at
thing.
robswebsite.com/patron. So check that out as well. All right. So this was so much fun tonight. Yeah. Thank you, Chappelle. This was so great to get to talk about an episode. You really know your stuff. The chat was loving everything you had to say.
I couldn't
Nice
see it.
job.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so I don't know if they're like boo, hiss, like they hate me. Like, get him out of here. But,
Yeah.
They
or
like
if
you.
they're-
They called you Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, someone also
Love
called
that.
me like, yeah, I got
Oh,
a
was
text
it
message that
Memphis?
said
Memphis called you Rookie of the Year.
I got a text message that said I look like a more attractive David Allen Greer. It said
I saw that.
Right, and like Tyler, I don't know who that is. That's an old guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Old ass.
You're calling him
It
Living
could
Color.
be bad. At
No.
least you're more attractive.
Yeah, well, that's what I took from it. I was like, oh yeah, the guy from the Proud Family. Yeah, I'm definitely more attractive than
Yes.
Proud.
Okay.
I appreciate the love.
Okay. So this is the opposite of watering the garden of self-doubt for Chappelle.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Water everyone's garden in a positive way. Is what I would like
In a
everyone
positive
to do.
way. Chappelle, where can people keep up with you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Chappelle's _show. That's CHAPPELLS_show.
Then,
Shout out to Mike Bloom.
now that
Happy
you've
birthday,
learned
Mike
to
Bloom.
blend,
Oh,
I'll
you
show you how
have?
to use it for
Yeah,
more than just
I have to
moving
do it.
around.
I am the biggest
Let's
Mike Bloom
teach
fan,
you
so
how
I have
to
be the one
steal.
say it. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. I normally don't talk. I talk about Big Brother a little bit, but I don't like to get into like the
Once
petty
you've
stuff. I
stolen
just kinda
from
like
someone
talk about
else,
strategy
you
or
mustn't
laugh.
linger.
I like to joke. So if you say something funny, send it to me. But don't try to argue with me because I'm like, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. What if somebody wants to argue about that they're the biggest Mike Bloom stan? I've heard other people make that claim.
I don't think you have. And if they did, they lied. They lied. So there's that. But no, they can, if they want to argue with me about that, they can follow me on Instagram, Chappelle TNT.
Is that where you argue with people?
No, that's how
can
I
go
can
now,
sell my
girls.
Instagram
Oh,
stuff.
do you
That's
have
how I can
to?
sell my
So
stuff.
innocent.
You know?
It's cute.
Yes. Okay.
Now
Jenny
that you have
Autumn,
learned how to approach
so
the
great to have
enemy,
you back
we
here
need to find
with
you a
us.
suitable weapon.
Will
What
you
would you
put the
have me
vest
use?
back on now that the podcast is
But you
over?
already have the
You
answer.
don't have to.
Hey,
I'm just asking after
My
it's over.
father's
you can
blade
put
and
it back on.
bracer.
I mean,
How did you get
I
them?
thought that it was gonna bring me confidence, but as soon as
By
I put it
using
on,
the
I
same
felt
skills I
very
just
bad
taught
about
you.
myself.
It's not
I
exactly
felt
in
very
working condition.
I
I
assume
felt
you are
like-
familiar with
Feels
Leonardo
like
da
a
Vinci.
That's
See,
my door, baby.
How does a painter factor into this?
He's
That's
far
my
more
dog,
than
baby.
that.
For
Bring
the
in the
record,
pieces.
Memphis
You'll see.
Garrett is a millennial. I checked.
Yes.
81 is the
Before
start
I go,
point. So,
one last question, if I may.
So my fellow
Of course.
millennial, Memphis
Why have you
Garrett,
given your
and
age so
I
readily
in our
to me?
matching vests.
Stranger.
Yeah.
I too know
I,
betrayal.
when I was watching him on the screen tonight, I was like,
Is it I do know
embarrassed that I
betrayal?
have
This one is I
closet
too.
and-
Whatever.
It's like on
Like,
hand.
or just wear it without anything underneath, and also, I bought this a very long time ago, so. Sure. Okay. Have you ever seen me wear I don't know what you do in your spare time. You go around wearing those vests.
Will wear any other of your clothing articles this season.
Well, I mean, I have many scarves, and I usually like wear the blankets as like a big
That was
scarf,
extremely
so,
unlucky.
Yeah, my twin, Memphis. So,
Oh,
if
fuck
he, when
off.
he, gets evicted, did. Maybe I'll, you know, we do the black veil type thing. I'll don the denim vest in his memoriam because I think that he's long for this world after what we've seen go on this season. So
I don't think he's being targeted
Follow you.
by
I'm
anyone
on
next
social
week.
media at Jenny Autumn, and like Chappelle, I really am trying to water my gardens of positivity at this point in my life. So I'm really trying to not engage too much in the negativity and just trying to, you know, fun
fucking
live tweeting about
circles
the
interact
episode, which is always a
buttons.
little silly, and occasional stuff about the live feeds, but I'm really trying to keep it light because
Oh, Ezio
my mental health is
Auditore.
also important at this
I
time.
didn't expect to
So
see
take
you
your
again.
piece, queen.
But all that's
Exactly.
happened.
But you can follow me
Where
at
are my
Jenny Autumn.
manners? Welcome back.
And then Melissa.
Now, how
and
can I
air
be of
conditioning
service?
tomorrow at 4
I was hoping you could
o'clock.
repair something of mine.
Just in time
Of
for Big
course.
Brother.
Come,
Just in
this
time
way.
for the eviction because I'm going to be sweating and scared
Alright.
for who wins a choo-choo.
Let me
You can
clear
find me
space.
at It's Melissa with 3
All right,
A's.
let's see it.
I have to do it like that now that Taryn does it like that.
Yes.
Oh no,
Mel-
Fascinating.
Melissa, tell me about the 30
I don't
Rock
know,
cookies
Ezio.
that you got.
Despite its age,
My brother
the
got
construction
those
is
for
rather
me.
advanced.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything quite like
He
it.
ordered them.
I'm
They were
afraid
special
there's
order.
not much I
His
can do
friend,
without the original plans.
here, he knows
This
the girl
bitch.
who makes those cookies. And
Wait.
he kept asking me, like, what are some 30
What are you
Rock
doing?
quotes that you like? What
The
are some
contents
moments
of this
on 30
page
Rock
are
that you like? And
encrypted.
I'm like,
But if my theory
why?
is correct,
Like, this is
based
like
on
the
these
weirdest
sketches,
conversation
it's
ever.
very
And
well.
he,
It may
and
very
then
well
all of a
what?
sudden I
Please,
get
sit.
those cookies.
Leonardo.
They were months late, but that's because she's very busy. So
Remarkable.
I understand.
After we transpose the
USPS, I
letters
hear,
and
is
then
having
select
a
everything.
lot of
Boy.
issues. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, bear with them.
There,
The cookies are
it's
shaped
finished.
like 30 Rock characters, like the Fawn.
What's
No, I
finished?
wish, but
The blade.
no, they've got like the
I managed to
quotes on them
decode
and
that
stuff.
parchment
You
of
can see
yours.
'em,
It showed
on
me
her
exactly
Instagram
what
and
to do.
display. Or you can see them on my
Now all
Twitter.
that's
It's
left is to
Turkey
remove
Cookies
your ring
is the girl
finger.
who does it.
Really?
They're really good.
I'm
They're so
sorry,
good.
but
I wouldn't
this is
even
how
wanna
it must
eat
be
them. I'm
done.
like,
The
no, I
blade is
haven't.
designed to
Yeah,
ensure the
problem.
commitment
Yeah,
of
I only
whoever
have
wields
two,
it.
but I'm like, I have a dozen, and I'm like, I can't touch these. They're beautiful.
Bene.
You should have got
that's
the
Wait
quote
quickly.
from Survivor. What was it? The MILF Island quote about Deborah
I
being
was
like
only
the
having
lead-
fun, Ezio.
like,
Though the
standout
blade
from MILF
once
Island
required a
on 30 Rock
sacrifice,
from the
it's been
Survivor episode.
modified.
You should've got that
You
quote.
can keep your
I
finger.
would frame that.
Next time, get cookies from a show that you don't like. Get like some Big Brother 21 cookies. Just
Yeah.
like,
Incredible.
Taco Tuesday.
Yes, it is. Tell me,
Yeah.
do you have other pages like this?
I'm sorry, only the one.
Listen, if you ever do happen across another one of these, please, bring it.
You have my word. And thank you for fixing
Oh,
this.
is that finished sequence 2 in this?
Florentine guards!
So,
Open this
Another observation that I keep
just a
saying
moment.
from these episodes, and then
Wait here.
the storage room this season wasn't like this last season. It is like
Are
a
you
farmer's
Leonardo
market in there.
da
Are they expecting,
How may I
like
be of
after
service?
last season
I
where
need
it was
you
like,
to answer
oh,
some
we
questions.
went through so much
Certainly.
produce last season, we better get double for this year.
Lots of watermelon. Every time I see like the beautiful displays of all the produce, I'm like, I want to be in there and I want to be eating all
What
that
seems
food
to be
right
the
now.
trouble?
Like it looks
A witness
beautiful, and I
claims to
wish I
have seen
had
you
like
consorting with an
basically a
enemy of the
market
city.
in my house.
Like Trader Joe's
Me?
in there.
Consorting?
They're all
Preposterous.
stars.
When was the last time you saw or spoke with Ezio Auditore?
So they have to have the
Non
freshest
fare il
produce in
finto
there.
I did do a sequence 2
vegan.
on
You know
that too.
you were close
You
with
know,
the
they
family.
have like so much protein powder
Perhaps
also.
this
Like,
will
why
help
can't
to
they
clear
just
your
have
head.
one and then give them another one when it's empty?
Ready
Right,
to
like
talk?
remember back in Memphis,
Oh,
in the
but no.
40s where you get like peanut butter and that's
dumb.
it. Like you know, like now it's like protein powder and protein bars and you know shakes and like you said, vegan this and sugarless this. Like, are you guys even playing Big Brother anymore? Like you people, you don't know Big Brother like we know Big Brother. Where are the ants? The ants aren't gonna
Grazie,
eat this
Ezio.
crap.
Sorry
The
about
ants
that.
are like.
I've grown
What ants?
accustomed
I
to
guess
it.
I've always done sequence 2
What
on
of the
the
body?
episode.
Bring it
They
inside
get
and
a
put it
note
with the
from
others.
CBS, like,
Others?
storage room,
The city gives them to
Oh,
me
that's
for
fine.
research.
a little empty. Kind of sad. Can you guys do anything about
Guys,
that?
this is Nicole Franzel's
Nicole
grocery
F.
list.
Yeah.
Okay. She said I'm not coming back unless the pantry is stocked at all times.
Mother freaking rice cakes. Yeah. Imagine the demands that she made. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That was good.
Okay.
Frickin'
All right.
eggs!
All right. Freaking eggs. All right.
Where's liquor?
Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun tonight. Take care.
See? Like it never happened.
That was a very
Thank you,
abrupt ending.
Leonardo.
Yeah.
For everything.
Anytime. And remember, if you find more of those strange pages, bring them to me. Should they contain new designs, I will upgrade your blade as well.
Of course. Now, I really should be getting back to Paola.
Porgile I miei omaggi.
See, the last time it took me 20 episodes. Or not last time, but the fastest time I've played AC2 on the channel, it took me 20 episodes. Shit.
Treatment with the least varieties brought back from the marshlands of the Emies will heal almost any eel. And leave
I forgot, we still need to learn how to lower notoriety and stuff too, don't we?
my fault.
Yeah, because sequence 2 ends with our escape from the city, right? So. Not what I wanted to do, but fine. No. Okay.
You were gone for quite a while.
Leonardo likes to talk.
That he does. But I trust he did more than talk.
Ah, fuck off. I pushed the wrong button.
I've given you the skills.
I'm just an idiot.
Leonardo's given you the blade.
Oh, her face
All
is
that
fucked,
remains
isn't it?
is the
It's like the
deed.
lighting.
Where
Because obviously
can I
they
find
changed the
Uberto?
lighting for remaster.
According to my girls, he'll be
Yeah,
attending
honestly,
an
that's like one of the
unveiling
biggest
tonight
issues
of
with the
Verrocchio's latest
remaster
work.
of
It will be held
AC3.
at the Santa
It's how
Croce
lighting
Museum.
fucked
Watch
everything
over
up.
my mother and sister
That's
while
why
I'm away.
this is
Of course,
that's everything.
Ezio.
Oh, episode 1
As if they were my own.
This is episode 3, right? Yeah, we're on episode 3 already. Right? Oh, fuck off, game. What the fuck? I'm trying to think, is there a game that has a perfect, like, that its story is told in a perfect way? I'm trying to think, like, is it The Last of Us? Part 1, I mean? Like, I'm trying to think, like, what, like, is there a game that I think has a flawlessly told, okay, that was fucked, like a perfectly told story? I think it is The Last, because I was thinking this through, today, where, like, I was thinking, like, well, because after Final Fantasy VII Remake, after I was done, like, one of my biggest complaints was the pacing. And, like, I was watching Laser's reaction to the ending, and, like, how he kept on talking about, like, how invested he was in the story, and, like, how, like, perfect the story was, and it's like, for me, it just wasn't the case, so I was trying to, like, think of, like, what stories have I considered perfect? And it's like, I feel like The Last of Us might be the only one. I feel like almost every other story in gaming has issues, just by the medium of the game. I mean, the medium of a video game is, it's very tough to tell a cause, fuck, sorry, I'm trying to move around,
At least now
to
we see how far your
concise
reach
narrative.
extends, which is to say, nowhere at all. It has
I just
proved
thought he, like,
valuable
becomes a
lesson for
dick.
me and my allies.
Yes. Your allies, the Pazzi.
Yeah, these
That's what this is
allies
about.
that for some
Be
reason are now
careful
well
with your
known
words,
despite
You might
before
attract the
Giovanni's
wrong
death.
sort of
It wasn't.
attention.
Yeah, like, I feel like AC2 is one of these that, like, I have issues with AC2's narrative at this point. And I think AC2 is just one of the best narratives in Assassin's Creed. Like, I think if we're looking at just the story, like, AC2 is probably one of the best, right? I mean, it's 4 and then 2. I forgot now. I forgot what my ranking is, but it's relatively close to that. And, like, even then, I think 4 has some pacing issues as well. Fuck off, game.
Looking for a good time? Those muscles. Say, that's so.
Good. You!
I'm so happy that
You would have done
White
the
Rooms are
same.
back. I mean, are they still
Save the
considered?
ones you love. Yes, I would.
And
And I have.
It is me. It's
The
you.
Auditori are not dead!
I'm still here.
Me!
Me.
Ezio!
It's
Ezio
my
Auditore!
turn. Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at base narratives, I mean, let's rank them. I mean, I wanted to do this eventually anyway. Like, I want to do a video on this eventually. I just never got around to it. I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of Assassin's Creed videos that I wanted to do. I just haven't gotten around to doing at this point. Just because, like, I went too big, just because I dropped off of Assassin's Creed. But, like, I still want to do that character ranking. I was supposed to do that for, what, March? I think it's when I was going to do it, and now I'm not even doing it up until at least March of next year. Based on how the schedule's laid out. And even then, yeah, I think even March is still like the Wednesdays. But I think if we're looking at just the story, the main story, I think you got... okay, let's think about this. 1, I think 2 is better than 1. Brotherhood is probably the worst of the 3 if we're looking at just the base story. Actually, Revelations is number 1. Yeah, Revelations is number 1. I mean, I think the problem with Revelations is that it's so dependent on you having played the previous 2. You haven't played 2 in Brotherhood, where it really doesn't work as its own individual piece, which I feel like Black Flag does. But that doesn't like stop it from being like a great piece of
Best I
storytelling.
leave Firenze.
Where will you go?
My uncle Mario owns a villa near Monteregioni.
You're still
Yeah,
one
3.
of
I
mine.
mean, 3 is probably
What would you have me do then?
bottom.
I've seen posters all across the
I
district.
don't know, actually.
Tearing them down will help the city forget your face.
3, 4, 4
No
is
doubt, the
at
Herald's
the top,
also
as I
inside the
said.
public.
Unity,
Right, then.
Unity's
And there's
probably
more
around where
other
3
things.
is.
Or you could hunt those who bear
Syndicate's at the
false
bottom.
witness against you. They
Oh, I didn't
traded
even talk about
dignity for
Rogue. Rogue's
coin.
probably at the
The loss
bottom.
will not be
I don't even know.
Do any
I
of
guess
these
Rogue is
things,
above
and you should
Syndicate.
be free to leave.
He's at least like... Actually, I don't know. I actually think it's pretty close. Then obviously Odyssey's at the very bottom, and then I think you got...
I've added a program for tracking notoriety. This
Cool.
little meter will help you know how far you are between
I don't know,
Notorious and Incognito.
I don't know what Origins is. I think Origins is probably... I mean, the tough thing about Origins is that I think it has some of the best moments in the franchise, but also has some of the worst. Like, it also has, like, some really bad spots. Fine. Whatever. Fine. Yeah, what's the character ranking? Oh, it's official. Okay. Let's go on then.
Come, friends. I've fresh caught lead.
Okay, so, yeah, the character ranking. I still want to do that at some
Truly, I
point.
am sorry. Get out of your way.
Just haven't gotten around to it. Obviously, at this point, we're just gonna wait for Valhalla to come out. I think really just in general, I'm gonna wait for Valhalla to come out before doing any Assassin's Creed videos. Because none of them are gonna come out outside the Brotherhood retrospective. None of them are gonna come out until after Valhalla, so it's like I might as well just wait until Valhalla. But
Yes.
yeah, character ranking. I mean, I think you got.
Padre?
If we're only doing main series entries,
Ezio, where have you been? They wouldn't let us leave.
I guess main
Mother,
ranking the main series
she hasn't
protagonists.
spoken a single word
So I
since
think
we
you
left the
got
house.
Altair, you
Father
got
will need to
Ezio.
sort
I think
things
Ezio's
out.
above Altair.
Where is Father?
You got Connor. I
And
think Connor
Federico.
is.
Petruccio.
I mean, he's below Ezio, obviously. I mean, it's more so like Connor of Altair.
What
I
do
would
you
say
mean?
Altair. Like, I think if we're going like within the course of their
No,
one stories, I think
it's
Connor
impossible.
is above Altair. But I think like
No, no,
through
no,
expanded media and everything, I think you gotta have Altair above him. Like, I think even just adding in Revelations, you have to have Altair above him. So, yeah.
Listen, Right now, what matters is getting us
And
all someplace safe.
Edward,
To do
it's
that,
tough.
I need
He's
you
gonna
to
I
stay
think the tough thing
focused.
to really associate with
You
Ezio is I think Ezio's story over the course of 3 games is
Good.
better than Edward's over the course of 1. But I think Edward's over the course of 1 is better than Ezio's over the course of any of his individual games.
For everything.
And to be honest, I think really, even if we only had 2 in Brotherhood, I think Edward's is a stronger narrative. I really think it's because we saw the end of Ezio's story, and he has such a satisfying conclusion to his story that we. Oh, hey, let's not fuck this up this time. I fucked this up last time, didn't I? I forgot what I did. I remember I fucked it up. Wait, what? How'd I get money? Whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think overall, though, I think I would have Edward. It's tough. I mean, I think I would put Ezio above Edward. I think. Oh, it's tough. Arno, I'll probably have Arno above Altair. I don't know. I mean, that's close too. I mean, I think Arno's definitely above Connor. I think I probably do have him above Altair. I don't know. I think that's another tough one too. Whereas again, like I think I enjoyed Arno in his 1 game. Oh, this is why I fucked it up.
Work your magic.
I think I went too early, right? Something dumb like that.
On me. Stay close.
How could this have happened to us?
And this area looks so much better than the original game.
Will we ever be back?
Even though there's so much popping going on right now. Oh my fucking god. The original game was just so foggy though. And to be fair, that's probably why it was so foggy, is because of all
What
this.
will happen to our house?
I don't know.
All of that, but
Were they given a proper burial?
Yes, they were.
which we don't see in this game, but for some reason we see in Brotherhood. Was that intended, by the way? Probably not, right? Because obviously this game was written way before Brotherhood was even thought of. Or at least, I mean, the Christina missions in Brotherhood, I should say, were even thought of. So I'm sure that was like more so, yeah, that was definitely an afterthought. Who else is there? Arno, Shay's at the bottom. The ones we talked about so far. Jacob's at the bottom of everyone. We've talked about even up to Shay. And then Evie's tough. I think Evie and Shay can go back and forth. I would probably put Evie above Shay at this point. Below Connor still though. For me personally. Who's next? Bayek. I think I gotta have Bayek at number 1. I don't know, it's tough. I think the tough thing is that I'm kind of so disassociated from the games that like I do feel like kind of just naturally when I look back at it now, being disassociated from it, I look at Ezio as number 1. But I do think if I did go and replay the games, I think I would have Bayek back at number 1. Again, it's tough with Bayek and Edward. It's really, again, Bayek, Edward, and Ezio are the top 3. It's just a matter of their placements. Where it's like, I think just base character-wise, like how they are as a character within their games, how they interact with all their other characters, how they're like their place within a narrative of their games. I think Bayek's number 1. I think this is the thing. I think Bayek is the best character. I think we get the most out of Ezio, and Edward has the most satisfying story arc. So it's like they're all 3 like really great for really different things. I guess we're just gonna say. Fuck, we finished this too early actually. We're just gonna end here though. Yeah, so that's the kind of tough thing there, and then obviously Misthios is at the bottom. Fuck that. Then we'll have to get around to A4 eventually. But yeah, I mean, I think that'll be a fun video to do at some point. And a lot of, like, that was another one I wanted to do that I won't do anytime soon. But I wanted to do a ranking of the tombs in Assassin's Creed. And it's kind of too late for that now. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I would have to wait until the next time I played against the trilogy. And even then, I don't even know if I'll do it. It's like, I don't feel like doing it now. Nor do I really have time on the schedule to do it now. Like, if I were to do it now, I would literally be making this video to come out in, like, fucking, like, April or May of next year. It's like, why am I doing that? So yeah, oh, whatever, we're done. Next episode, continue on. I'm gonna record at least one more. So, yeah, thank you for watching.